So there is now a new date for the recall election in Whitehall. It's been something that we've followed now for the better part of 2 months.
It started January 6th, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
That's
it's
when
been
the
a
talk
lot longer
started.
than 2 months. But anyway, last night, City Council voted to set the now new recall election June 28th. Or June 23rd, sorry, June 23rd. This is the continuation of the effort to oust Whitehall Mayor Michael Bivens, along with two council members, Amy Harkar and Lori Elmore. This has been going on for a while, and it's been pushed by a group. They call themselves Whitehall for All, and their whole reasoning behind this is they feel that, these three are, corrupt, not operating in a way that is financially responsible for the city of Whitehall, have also accused some of them of being influenced by outside sources.
Yeah.
Now, last night, before we got into the whole discussion about setting this timeline, the progression of where this recall effort was going, Mayor Michael Bivens kind of made the case for himself during the meeting last night of, I am your mayor. I am still dedicated to this city. This is what he had to say.
Mm-hmm.
I am 100% as dedicated to serving this community today as I was the day before on that cold winter day when I was sworn in to be your mayor.
So this has really been like a long, drawn-out process. So it started with the collection process of signatures. They were going, and Whitehall for All was going off a number that they were told they needed to get based off the election. They got that number of signatures, turned them into the Board of Elections, who then validated those signatures, and the clerk of council said, "Yep, it met that number." Well, then the old Whitehall city attorney, Mike Shannon, came up with a lawsuit saying, "Use the wrong numbers. This is not a valid recall." This went all the way to the Ohio Supreme Court. The Ohio Supreme Court said no, because actually this recall election was supposed to happen next week, like the 18th.
Or 23rd.
No, we're talking about the May one. Yes, no, this election was supposed to happen next week.
Okay.
Then got canceled when this all went to court. The Supreme Court did side with Shannon, said, yep, wrong numbers are used, sent it back to Whitehall for All, basically saying, okay, you can still proceed if you get new signatures. They had to get like 143 new signatures.
Yeah.
Came back with 257 more. So yes, now they've gotten the approval. They've now surpassed the number they've got.
And the date's on what's the date again?
Now June 23rd.
June 23rd.
June 23rd is the date of the new one.
Geez, a lot of back and forth.
It is.
Sounds
It's been
a little confusing.
lot of back and forth, and the Fraternal Order of Police, the police union, is involved in this.
Yes.
Yes.
Please explain, Colin.
So it's so deep, but
why are they involved?
The short story of this is basically, yes, OFLP Lodge 9, which is the one that represents Central Ohio, mainly Franklin County, helped finance some of this effort here. They've sent some money behind this effort here, but there have been
for the recall.
So this kind of goes back further, that there has been this back and forth between the city of Whitehall and the Fraternal Order of Police now for years. Most recently, back in November, Whitehall Police Chief Mike Crispin restricted FOP President Brian Steele's email access to the police department, saying he was harassing and basically bullying some of the non-union Whitehall police members or police officers. Steele has called Crispin a failed chief. Before that, in 2024, Whitehall filed a union grievance officer. That then led to litigation that then's been settled out of court. So yes, the FOP is involved in this effort, in kind of around the backside way of this.
Even though this has cost the city a lot of money, the voters will have the final say. Now we know.
And here's the other thing about a recall election, because this is all going to cost about $40,000, because the city has to pay to put the election on. They have to pay for the staffing, the machines, all of this, all the infrastructure for putting on an election. All three of them could keep their seats.
Yeah, and this
if
could
enough
just
people
be,
turn out and say, "Yep,
40,000
sure.
out the window."
Exactly. So by the end of the 23rd, Mayor Bivens, along with Amy Harkar and Lori Elmore, could keep their seats on the council.
Yeah, we'll obviously keep
It
following
is.
this as we have been since the beginning of January.
Yes.